Hello, hello. Beginner mistakes, but welcome everyone. I hope we are live both on Twitch and YouTube. So please let me know. And yeah, this looks good. Eldora, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for confirming and greetings to you. All right. So what's the plan for tonight, today, wherever you are? I'm going through pretty much all the features of Vision, and throughout the way I'm also gonna go and launch a quiz. So it's gonna be an interactive quiz, so it's good if you are here all the time, because if you have the correct answers, then you get tickets, and the tickets you can use for the giveaway or automatically will give you higher chances to win some free Vision subs in the end. Oh, Voxius, welcome, welcome. We have some Warcraft 3 players here. Nice, nice. All right, always appreciate that as well. Okay, so I'm not sure if I should wait a little bit longer so more people can join, or maybe I start with a little bit of a more dry topic like settings and stuff like that. All right, I think I have everything set up here and should also be ready to start here. Okay, so this is the start screen of Round 1's Vision, and we are starting out here in the learn mode. You can see we can put on the rake structure here. I see you can't see the different rake structures on stream, so I will just tell them to you. There is PL 400 to 600, which is enabled by default. Then you can pick between less than PL 100, PL 100 to 200, and higher than PL 600. So pretty much whatever stakes you are playing, there are pre-flop sims available here in Vision. And also you can set the stack size. It's 50 BB, 100 BB, and 200 BB. There is gonna be an MTT launch quite soon-ish, within the next 2 months, I would say. And yeah, then we will have all the stack size, of course, also available there, from 5 big blinds up to 100 big blinds, with very small jumps between them. All right, so let's just go and generate this PLO 400 to 600 preflop sim. We are currently at 4-card PLO, and you can see we have under the gun here with 18.1% opening range at PLO 400 to 600. And then you can pretty much browse through this sim and see for every position the respective frequencies they have. And yeah, finishing at the big blind. And yeah, if that's a little bit too slow for you to go through everything step by step, you can also set up, for example, if I want to take a look at middle position, raise first in, I just press middle position and confirm that this is the hero position. And yeah, there we go. We have middle position, raise first in. We can also say I want button versus big blind squeeze with middle position and cutoff in the hand. So, okay, we say we set up all the players, and we said that we are on the button. So yeah, now we have a very quick setup for a squeeze simulation. Okay, let's go and set up here big blind defend versus middle position and see how different rake structures behave here in terms of the frequencies. So we have here with 400 to 600, 69.6% fold. If we go to higher than PLO 600 and press refresh, we pretty quickly see that this is going down now. So less rake means big blind can defend more. We can see it even more drastically here, 76.8 on PLO 100 to 200. And if we go lower than that, then we are even at 77.1% of folding, because whenever we are calling, we are paying rake, and we need stronger and stronger hands in order to be able to beat this rake. Also, we can compare 100 BB to 50 BB, for example. So 50 BB, refresh, and now we have the big blind versus middle position. And we can see only folding 69% here. And this is because out of position doesn't matter too much when we are at lower stakes, at lower stack sizes. Because, yeah, there's not too much potential to utilize position post-flop. Yeah, so out of position with lower stack sizes defends more. And also the big blind is, of course, already more of your entire stack, so more incentive for you to defend that. Okay, once we are here, I will also, of course, read out the chat and see some very familiar faces here. Niffin9, very nice to see you again here. He says, "What's up, Matthias? Been a long time, but enjoyed many Rulers Poker streams." Yeah, man, such nice times. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous before today's stream, but also, of course, very excited because, yeah, it's just the experience that I had years ago and really enjoyed. Izzy, of course, also the heads up goat and long time friend. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so next thing is we can go to the practice mode. So we are now exactly practicing this situation. As you might have seen, the positions are switching so that we are now here centered, so that we know big blind is us. We are to act here. And we have ace, queen, queen, 7 against the middle position open raise. PLO 100 was the selected stack size. There's also a difficulty, so we are here at insane, which really tries to find borderline hands. So as you can see, this is already a hand where the action is mixed, so we are mostly folding, but also 24% of free betting. In preflop, there is oftentimes the case that there are not too many borderline hands, so if you're generating here, it might happen that you get the same set of hands over and over. So yeah, you can also go to hard or to normal. So normal just picks a random hand, and hard just tries to find some more mixed hands as well every now and then. So yeah, we can practice here some hands. We saw that the calling range is quite tight, as we saw in the learn mode already, as we are currently at PLO less than 100 rake structure. And the Twitch channel, by the way, is, yeah, okay, very nice. Thank you. So yeah, king, check 8 should definitely be a call. And on the right-hand side, we can see all the different categories. So we can have 3 of a suit here of king, check 8. We can have a double suited version, as you can see here. Either we have king 8 suited or king jack suited with 1 time hearts and 1 time spades. And then we also have those categories with only 1 suit, and then we have the rainbow hands. So here we can see if we were double suited king, check 8, we would free bet every time. Other than that, we are just calling with all the other versions. If you think like something is pretty clear, so maybe we generate a new hand and see king 9, 7, 6 should be a clear fold. So a little bit of a trick here that maybe you didn't know yet. You can click here on the hand and generate different versions of this hand. So maybe king 9, 7, 6 single suited to the king is more difficult. Maybe at this rake structure even a fold. But yeah, we can see it's a very close one and would have been a call here. All right, there is this feature to share a spot, so we can try this out. So I can click here, then it says link copy to clipboard, and I will actually paste it here in the chat. I'm not sure if this is gonna work for both now, YouTube and Twitch. I'm trying it, so I hope you will see this. And if you have a Run It Once account, you can actually click on this link and now would be able to practice this spot. Let me know if that works or not. But yeah, usually should work for you as well. And yeah, The next thing we can take a look at is the hands. So here, for example, we have King 9 7 6, so we can click on apply. So it applies the hand that we currently have to here, and it says one Broadway, single suited, perfect. And now we can click on filter and see how this filter is going to play. So if you have one Broadway, single suited, then you can see that this is just a defend 3.6% of the time. So if you make the hand a little bit stronger, like let's say 2 Broadways and click on refresh, okay, it's already getting better. If we go for double suited, then yeah, definitely 2 Broadways double suited, already a good hand to defend. And we could now go ahead and create new hands here, and we get hands created that are exactly have 2 Broadways and are double suited. The link works, which is great. So you have, I think, 4 to 5 a month for free that you can now browse. So you will also see this now if you open the link, and we can also go back to learn mode, and yeah, then we can browse here again. But yeah, for now, let's go to post flop. And we have here pretty much all the selections that you can have in Vision for post flop. So we can switch between 50 or 100 BB, single raise pot, 3-bet pot, 4-bet pot, single suited or rainbow boards. The drop down here doesn't work, but I can tell you all the spots we currently have. It's under the gun versus button, under the gun versus big blind, cutoff versus button, button versus small blind, button versus big blind, small versus big blind, limp pot, limp raise call pot, and then 2 multi-way pots, one times with under the gun buttons big blind and under the gun and button small blind big blind. So yeah, these are all the single raise pots. Similar amount for 3-bet and 4-bet pots. I'm not gonna go through all of them now. So the most common spot in poker usually is button versus big blind. So this should be the spot that you should practice the most. So we open up this, for example, Queen 10-7, and we now see big blind is the first one to act. Button is the preflop aggressor, and the big blind is leading or donking 10% of his entire range. Whereas if big blind checks, then button is c-betting 47% of his range. I think it's always a good start when you are starting out with a new situation. By the way, I can also link you this spot, so if you want, you can also take a look at it yourself. So you should be able now to browse through this entire board, practice it, use filters. But yeah, you can also just do it after the stream, and now just follow me. Here we have an overview, and I think the overview is always pretty interesting to start out with, because it just shows what are good boards for the in-position player, what are good boards for the out-of-position player. So the boards with the highest betting for the button against big blind are ace king 9, ace king 5. So most likely boards that are ace high, and we could see here, yep, ace high are very good, and especially if we have a second Broadway card as well, then there is a lot of betting. And if we scroll down here to the bottom, we can see, okay, ace 6-3, ace 7-3, ace 6-5 are very bad for, or very bad, but are below average pretty much for the in-position player. So this already tells us that out of position, the big blind here will defend with a lot of lower cards that hit him here well, even though the board is ace high. And yeah, so like this, you can browse through all different stuff. For example, you can compare rainbow to, so rainbow would be 50-50 with our range, and suited is 51-49. So it doesn't matter too much whether it's rainbow or single suited. I would assume under the gun versus big blind, it would be a bigger difference, because under the gun has way more double suited hands than the button, and therefore would favor him more than here. So yeah, you can play around here, and yeah, once you, of course, you can also always practice these spots then again. So there is this icon you can practice, and we can see now we are again centered here on the button. If you don't like this jumping from the positions so that you're always centered, there is a general option, always center hero position, and if you have this unchecked, then the button will be centered. Okay, I think we could start out with, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, but maybe we could start out here with the first interaction or interactive quiz, because I should have prepared something. If you are watching on YouTube and not on Twitch, and you have a Twitch account, I would recommend you to jump over to the Twitch. It's linked here with Nightbot. And then you would be able to, in the chat, participate. And yeah, we are just gonna make a first round here. So the options are check or bet. So I'm gonna start here the bot. So now you can type in chat !check if you think this hand is a check, or !bet if you think that this hand is a bet. Keep in mind, if you're participating, 500, yep, that is 500 zoom rake, correct. If you participate here and have correct answers, then you get tickets for the giveaway at the end of the stream. So yeah, hope we have a couple of participators. And if you're the only one that is correct, oh, I posted it as restream, whatever. If you're the only one correct, then okay, I see there's a 30-second timer. First round, it's new for me again, but we already have 6 votes, and we'll see what the correct answer is. We have 6 times check and 2 times bet, so we go with check here, and bet is correct, and I gonna reward the guys with the bet. So Izzy and BenkyX should get a point here. Yeah, shot clock. No cheating. No, just kidding. Maybe I still have you in my database and I can manually hand you over the point. But I think, yeah, as soon as you will participate the next time, you should be there. And then I should be able to award you the point. Give me 1 sec. All right, I already found you. Nice. Okay, so I think I should be able to give you 1 point as well to Niffe, because he was just too late and I didn't announce the time limit. Okay, but we are moving over to the next spot here in a second. Okay, should be fine, should be fine. Also, another feature here in Vision is these question marks here. So if you're wondering, why is this a bet? This doesn't make sense. I want to see why we are betting. So we can see 10-8-4-4, for example, is an example hand that Villain has, and we could see what he's doing, most likely folding here, as it's a very dynamic board and he just has a middle pair. Ace-10-10-5 would only be calling. There is no straight draw for him and also no flush blocker. So yeah, even strong hands like those where we have a lot of equity, we will just see a turn, build a pot. Ace-King-10-7 is even gonna raising. Ace-King-10 deuce. So kind of a semi-bluff raise, blocking here the 10s, or blocking 2 pairs, blocking stronger flush draws. So against this hand, of course, we are doing very well. So yeah, just that you see, this is another feature. Okay, let's try it again now. So 30-second timer, I think, is what we are working with. So yeah, don't take too much time. We are going with one more hand here. And I mean, we could also continue to the turn, because I think this hand, this makes already up for some nice action. And thought, welcome. Why is there a card missing? We are going to 5 card later. No problem. The Hold'em player asked why a card is missing in 4 card. All right. I see. So you see, we are betting here, and yeah, let's just go to the turn here. We could also, of course, play against the raise, which most likely is going to be a call because we don't have immediate showdown value. And now we can pick the villain action on the turn. Let's just let him check here and see what our turn action is gonna be. So again, checking or betting. I'm gonna open up the vote here. So exclamation point check if you think we should check the turn after betting the flop, or exclamation point bet if you think the second barrel here is the correct play. Picking up another pair now. I go with bet this time, I think. All right, nice. A lot of votes, nice. So again, every correct answer gives you 1 ticket for the giveaway at the end of the stream. Giving away 3 monthly subs and 1 quarterly sub. All right, that's the last one. We have 5 checks and 4 bets, so very close. Okay, very undecided here. Let's see. 5 checks, so we go for check here. And answer is bet. 100% bet here, not even close. And we can again see here, if we had 3 hearts, we would have a pure check. And with only 1 heart, it would be close between a pretty much semi-bluff or a check back. But yeah, bet is the correct play. Gonna reward the guys. And easy Bankiak again, wow. Starting out strong, very nice. Again, we could take a look at villain example hands. So a set here by villain, King 10, 10, 5, might be a raise here now. Yeah, let's make another round here. So let's finish this hand and just go for as many rounds as possible. I think it's everything quite interesting. But most likely, yeah, let's go for it. Doesn't matter. So 30 seconds, exclamation point, fold, call, or raise. I will go with raise here. So yeah, set, no spade, no heart, and blocking your own outs against flush draws. Fold. Okay. I know that I would fold if I play against you and get raised. Okay, we have 1 call only. Okay, second call by Bankiads. Okay, so now we will have a clear guy that is ahead, either Izzy or Bankiads. 7 raises, 2 calls, 1 fold. Let's take a look. Call. 2 players are correct. So blocking your outs, not having any flush draw, only 1 blocker. Solver goes for the inconvenient play. Call is correct. Good job. King 10, 10, 6, dunk raise. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree so, I think. And now, if we continue and get raised, this would be the last branch pretty much of the hand that we have here. So now again, we are taking a look at our 9, 8, 6, 5. Fold, call, or raise. 30 seconds. Let's go. I can also participate. But yeah, I think calling here seems the standard play, right? You're not really pushing equity. You don't have fold equity, obviously. On the river, there is not too much behind. But if you end up on 1 pair, most likely, it's still gonna be a fold for the remaining. And we only see calls, so yeah, looks like everyone is agreeing. 9 calls, nothing else. So yeah, we are going with a call here, and yes, 100% call, 100% correct. Easy point. Congrats to everyone. That increases your chances for the giveaway. All right, let's take a look, final look of the raising range, which of course will be quite strong, but even against this hand, our equity is decent. Blocking their outs, we are blocking outs, so our flush draw is live, which is pretty nice with the 8 high flush draw. Then we have a hand like this, might be one of the worst hands to face with a higher pair, and dominated flush draw and an additional backdoor flush draw, our equity should be very low against this, but against all the sets, 2 pairs, we are in a decent enough shape that we can take a look at the river and make really good decisions. Like we can see our 5 would pretty much never be good against a turn check raising range. So yeah, definitely good play here. All right, what's the next thing that we are gonna do? I think I wanna go back to the learn mode and maybe also take a look at free bet pots. Coast, my Scottish friends, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you as well. So free bet pot, small one versus button. This is a very tricky spot and also a very important one, as we have now 2 sizing options, half pot and pot. So again, also in free bet pots, ranges are way clearer defined than in single raise pot, which leads to patterns like these, where ace king 9 is a full c-bet and pretty much all the ace high boards end up being only 9% checked by the free better. And on the other hand, we have the pretty much the opposite. Not too much here actually, as the free betting range and the button range is already quite loose and not too defined towards the low middle cards, and we still have how much, 60% c-betting on the worst flop for us, so to speak, for our range. Okay, let's not go over the hand yet. And next thing, if you are thinking, okay, how should I figure out which one of the 36% is small, which one are potting, which one are checking? There are the hand classes, so go ahead, click on hand classes, empty filter, and filtering here, for example, for mate hands, we have here the option to show how often we have a certain type of hands. For example, one pair we have 74.6% of the time, whereas sets we only have 6.5% of the time. We can also see that our potting range is most of the time 2 pairs, most of the time also the top 2 with a flush blocker. So this would be the kind of hands where we are potting the most. So yeah, these are pretty much then the hands. And like this, I think it's a nice way to get an overall feeling about what are our bluffs for, or what are our mate hands and how our bet size is distributed. For example, without a pair, we are never going to pot, so it's not going to be, pot is never going to be a line we choose with a bluff. Queen 8-7, very well connected, has a flush draw, so there's not something where we can just pot out without a pair. Still, hands we can go and make a small bet, open ender with a nut flush blocker or a flush blocker. So also again, clear pattern here. The more blocker we have, the better the blocker is, the higher our betting goes with bluffs and also with these draws. So yeah, this is also a very nice way for, especially post-flop, I think, to get a better understanding of our range construction here in certain spots. And yeah, if we are here, let's go with another betting round so that we are not having too much theory here. 9-8, 7-6 is going to be our first decision. Check small or pot are the options. So bottom 2 with an open ender, with a bad open ender, honestly. So yeah, go ahead and bring in your votes. Even if you're tuned in late, feel free to join. Every correct answer counts towards the raffle in the end. So the more correct answers, the higher the chances are. But even if you only have one correct answer, you still can win. All right, we have checks, some smalls. We also have a pot, only one pot. So if you are correct, Mr. Jerome, then you would get an additional point, because if only one person is correct, that's going to be +1 point. So most of you are going to check, but small is the correct answer. All right, so small wins. Also again, on the right hand side, we could see when we would be checking more. So if we would be a little bit better, so a little bit more stable, so to speak, with our check calling range, we are gonna check. And also here we can see a very clear check if we have front door and backdoor flush draw. And our hand seems to be pretty clear, 100% small bet. So yeah, congratulations, easy, Nife, bank. A little bit of favorites here. 9-8-7-6 with flush draw calls or raises. What do you mean calls or raises against a raise? But yeah, let's first take a look at villain's range. King Jack Jack 5 would fold against our small bets. King Queen Jack 9 would most likely raise. Exactly. Ace King Queen 9 looks also like a okay, not a raise, a call. So yeah, here we just can generate all the hands in villain's range and see the reaction to our small play. And we can also see, of course, a lot of flush draws are gonna call here. Yeah, we can take a look at your question here in a second. I just want to. No, okay, let's take a look at it now. 9-8-7-6 for everyone who is curious is gonna be with a flush draw, bet broke even. So we are not interested in turns. So we don't know too well which turns are good or bad for us. Also on flushing turns, it's oftentimes that we only get value from better flush draws. So yeah, it's gonna be a raise if we bet, and if we check, then it's gonna be a call. All right. Next feature, what is gonna be what we are looking at next? I think okay, so yeah, if we just continue the hand here, for example, we have played a hand and now we are reviewing the hand. Let's say the turn was an offsuit 4. So yeah, we can pretty much do the same as we did on the flop, also on the turn. And there are also rivers in Vision. So if we check this checkbox here, it says it shows all boards with rivers available for lines used more than 10%. So we would have a river here for a small bet on the turn, but not for a pot bet on the turn, given only 1% of the time a pot bet is being used. And yeah, there are better rivers to run than that. And now we can see which boards we have rivers for. And yeah, here we can see the list for unpaired boards, for paired boards, for straight boards. And yeah, let's go with a straight board here. So yeah, 50-50. So check, and you can see those are the rivers. So there's always going to be a straight completing card, there's always going to be a pairing card, a flushing card, a straight flushing card, and a blank. So let's pick the blank here. And then we have to be careful to pick a line that's used more often than 10%. So I guess we can go for a check call here. And then we can pick all the relevant river cards. So dedicated river sims have been run for all these spots. Okay, so I think let's do one more thing. Let's go for the overview here. So on the river, the overview gets loaded dynamically. So we had check flop and check small bet call on the turn. So we missed the c-bet, we checked the turn, check called the turn. So we don't have a really strong hand, right? But we have something that we want to continue on the turn. So maybe some flush draws, some weaker ones. Of course, not too much donking here, but it's still reasonable amount of donking. Let's take a look what the best cards are. A jack of hearts is interesting for us to donk. So pairing flush cards, it seems like there is some incentive to donk. But yeah, it's just a showcase here that you can see. That's also the way how you can analyze rivers. And I mean, on this card, a blank card, we are just checking straight master. We are just checking 100%, and then opponent exclusively bets pot. So opponent could choose between betting small or pot, but on the blank he goes very, very polarized. So might be an interesting spot to practice as well. Let's take a look. So yeah, check bet call, and now we are facing the pot. So what's in our range? We are the free bet bettors, keep in mind. So we check the flop here with bottom set and blocking our own outs, which seems fine. And then check call turn, of course. So yeah, totally a hand that makes sense here. And yeah, against a pot, I don't think that we can ever fold here. We are way too high up in our range. Maybe let's not take a look at the range of villain yet, because we can do another quiz here. Ace, ace, queen, jack. Ooh, okay, let's go with this one. So we can fold, call, or raise. 30 seconds time for you to decide. Keep in mind, we are not too high in our range. We are blocking the nut straight, but villain checked behind on the flop. So maybe not too relevant. Also, we have one hearts. Is it good? Is it bad? I would go for the fold. Nice, getting in some more votes. Oh, already too late. Nice, 11 votes. 7 fold, 4 calls. Okay, let's take a look at that. And wow, it's actually super close. And we can see with the queen, we would fold. With the jack, we would call. Very, 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 very small differences. But yeah, I mean, we are blocking less of his bluffs if we have a queen of hearts. So queen of hearts seems to be a key card to bluff for him. And therefore, these gentle these small differences make the big difference. So yeah, fold is correct. Not rigged, but bank, you are doing pretty damn fine. Okay, now let's take a look at what is betting turn, checking flop, betting turn, potting river. That's also pretty interesting for villain's range. So this is a busted flush draw with a straight blocker. So this would be now a nice bluff catch. So in case you were wondering why this could be a bluff catch with a jack of hearts, we already see it. Queen of hearts was the card that folds if we hold it, because it's a card that... Oh, the answer was called. You're correct. You are correct. Yeah, gotta reset that. But yeah, definitely we can see here queen of hearts already making difference in the bluffing range. Here we have a set that is checking back flop, betting turn, betting river pretty safely for villain as well. We have some king queen, so king queen with blocking the flush is checking back the flop, pretty nicely balanced villain. But then we also have, wow, pretty pure bluffs here with king 7-7-6. Nice hand. And then we have rivered sets. So yeah, we get the idea. All right. So next setting in vision is, let's go for flop lines here. So let's go with these. And as we said, that button versus small and free bet pot is quite of a difficult situation. We can also go ahead and practice range frequencies. So let's go for c-betting though. So no action, no prior action. If you double click on an action, it will only select this. So if you had selected a lot of actions, so yeah, if you click on the heading, you can select all turn actions, for example. So the headings is always marking the the section, and if you double click, then it will only select this action here, for example. So a little bit of a shortcut. So 7/6 deuce, 3-bet pot, and now you would be up to guess the frequencies. We said that 50% is pretty much already the worst board, so it should be less than 50% betting. 7/6 deuce doesn't look very good to me either, so I would go with something like this. Should be, in my opinion, quite evenly distributed with our range. Maybe I'm totally wrong. And yeah, I'm within the 10% confidence interval, which is pretty okay. As we can see here, I overestimated the small betting range and underestimated the check. So yeah, you can go ahead here now and create hands and then go again and test yourself. There's also this option here, play from flop to river. So this will automatically select a board in Vision that has rivers. And again, you can start here with none, with check, or with bet. So you can decide for which player you want to be up to act. So yeah, we have now check 9/8/6. And yeah, let's do this. Let's do this with another quiz round, so you are able to collect some more points for the giveaway. Check, small, or pot. I will start in a second. Okay, let's go. Exclamation point, check, small, or pot. In case you are watching on YouTube, you can only participate here in the quiz on Twitch. So yeah, there are 30 seconds now for you to decide whether you want to go with check, small, or pot, small being 50% of the pot. Okay, nice. A lot of votes getting in. Love to see that. What do we have? One check. All right. Bonus point potential. 2 times pot and 8 times small. Okay, so let's go for the small, but small is correct, and the check was close. The check was really close, so it is a little bit of a mixed hand here, but small is the way to go here for the solver. Basically simplified to small range here. If we only pot 10%, I don't think it should be the biggest issue, but you will have hands that are very merged, that you just want to pot and not think about it too much again. Like, I'm not sure, like some king eights with hard blocker or some aces. Pain when you get raised, Niffa says. Yeah, it's not a convenient situation. I guess we have to call. In this mode, when we play from flop to river, we can't decide on the opponent's play, so we are just playing a real opponent here, who is gonna pick the lines according to his actual frequencies. So let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, gonna call, and oh, pretty nice gin card. So now it's just the question of how to get equity, how to get value on the turn. Is it by betting small or checking or going for the pot? Think about it for a second, and then I will start the timer. Yeah, check, small, or pots. I mean, yeah, we could get tricky and check call here. But we have second nuts, so it seems to be more like a bet. Yeah, be careful, Niffe, with your command plus text, but yeah, saved. I'm not sure how well the bot is programmed as I have programmed it. So right, we have 9 small, 1 check again, bonus point potential. Not getting there. Without a flush draw, there would actually be checking. So yeah, small is the correct answer. And we will continue. And an ace on the river. Ooh, that's scary. That's a pretty scary card. So now we have a SPR of 0.5 though. Does this mean we are just pot getting it in? Or are we gonna go with a check, tricky check? So yeah, let's just start. Check or bet, by the way, not pot. Exclamation point bet if you want to bet. Should be a card that we are betting a lot, honestly, as the free better. Representing aces, getting some folds from our bluffs on the turn. And yeah, I don't think too many of you guys are gonna go and check here. Just seems like, ooh, bang, ooh. Potential for the double points, all right. 8 times bet, 1 times check, good ICM check. Oof! Wow, 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 wow. That's some well-deserved double points here. Sick. That's interesting. Let's take a look at Willen's hands. So ace king 5-4 against the check. He's checking back. Would, I guess, definitely call against our bet. Ace king 10-3 goes for the bet. Would fold against our push, I would say. Is it? Is it though? Hard to say. King 10 8-7 going to bluff. King 8. We would fold it out if we would bet ourselves. 10 9 9 8 with a flush is gonna check behind. Most likely we miss value against that. Queen queen 10 6 is also gonna check. So yeah, all these okay, this is doesn't matter. All these king checks doesn't really matter. Queens don't matter if they're not bluffing. Kings we definitely lose anyway. Straights would check behind. So yeah, it seems to be that we are getting some value here out of bluffs and losing value against the flushes. Yeah, definitely pretty much no one of us would have thought, except for Bank, who might explain to us his thoughts. Okay, in the meantime, so this was the play from flop to river. Play from flop to river option. So this will always get you started on the flop and you can play an entire hand post flop. And yeah, if you just only want to practice river, for example, you're interested in practicing rivers if it was checked through, so check check flop, check check turn, and check on the river. So out of position doesn't show any interest in the pot. Just double click again this one, and we are now only getting spots like this. So check check flop, check check turn, and now there would be the question: how thin are we value betting? How thin are we bluffing? And yeah, we can see here. We can then also, again, as always, generate hands of opponent. So with this small showdown, value should always be check, and this should always be bets, most likely pot, I guess. Also, we play quite a lot of potting, so also could take a look at the hand classes to see how are our two pairs playing. And okay, that was of course bad by me. I have to clear the filter here first, and then we can take a look at how our range is distributed again. So most of the time, 54% of the time, we have one pair that is just taking the showdown, and we can see clearly it's not like a value bet ever. So the worst one pair hands are going to bet here, mostly for pot. The best ones are, yeah, as always, flush blockers, flush draws as well. So those are our bluffs. Also no pair hands, as we can see, so much bluffing. So if there is out of position not showing interest too much in the pot. A very good chance for us, even in solver land, to take away the pot. I think in actual tables might just go for full full bet if the solver is already playing like this. Then we have the flushes that go for full pot for the most part, and straights that go for small. So pretty intuitive range distribution, I would say. And yeah, I think a very nice way to get a general understanding about the situation here. Okay, something else I wanted to go over here. Let me think. Not that I know of now. So let's just continue here with the next features. Yeah, you can also determine here turn cards. So for example, you only want to practice turns where the turn is a blank. So you can go very specific with all the filters here in Vision that you want to practice. And again, yeah, we can go at the hands selection, click on apply. So we can see again here we have an overpair, we have no straight draw and backdoor flush draw. And again, could take a look at the filter. Oh, doesn't like it here. Maybe because there is this backdoor flush draw on the river now not possible because it's a flush, I guess. But yeah, that's generally how it would work. Custom. Okay, yeah, if we have the hand filter active, gonna reset it. Next is custom mode. So if you are using Monkesolver and have your own sims that you want to practice in Vision or build up your own library, you can set it up here. So the first way is to go set up a pot size, set up a board, for example, ace, king, jack, and yeah, then you can paste in your PPT ranges and then you can generate it. This is one way. The second way you can do it is if you are going, for example, to a board where we don't have rivers. So let's uncheck this. Let's go for this one. This didn't have rivers. And we go for bet call. And now we are going for check and check. So as we don't have rivers, you will see this pop-up now popping up. Download spots to Monkesolver. Yeah, it's whatever. You can also use Monkesolver free, so it works with all versions of Monkesolver. There are the steps that you have to do first. So you need a Java version that you can download here. Monkesolver free you can install. You need the auto hotkey file, which sets up the situation in Monkesolver. So you don't even really need Monkesolver knowledge. And then it says just save and run the AHK file. And also I want to say run it as administrator, both AHK and Monkesolver, because it can make some trouble. So if we save this, we can see it gets downloaded. And now I'm going to switch to the other screen. So I've opened up Monkesolver here, and now I'm just gonna launch the auto hotkey thingy. So yes, administrator, and now you can see it sets up automatically the spot that I, oh, hold on. I messed it up because I moved the mouse. So yeah, for this you are not allowed to click because it sets up everything for you. And I just clicked at the OBS and it almost stopped the stream. Nice. But yeah, as you can see, the spot is set up. Also the ranges have been pasted in for in position and out of position, so nothing you have to worry about yourself. The only thing that you have to do is to go here, add to all, saved filters, and okay, you should go, if you don't have a filter yet, your own filter, custom filter, create one, and this will open up this menu. And these are my standard river settings. So out of position goes with 33% and 100 in position with 50% and 100, and the raise size is going to be 100. So this is pretty much the most basic or most common riverbed sizing. So once you have this set up, just save it once and then you can apply it, and you don't even have to worry about this as well. And then just select the river that you want to run and go on start. Now you can see there are no suits, so we stop this again. Always very important, go to settings and select the large rivers. It will still not take a lot of time until the rivers are decently enough to study it. And yeah, I will not run it for too long though, because otherwise my CPU might be too overstrained and I will drop frames. So let's just assume that we have run it for long enough. Just stop it. And if we are, and now we can go ahead, go to the, oh wait, let's just show it in Vision first. There we have now the pencil icon, which means set up the spot in custom mode. So this will bring us to custom mode. We select the river. For us, it was a 4 of spades. And now all these things are set up automatically for us. So all the position stuff and stack sizes. Otherwise, you would have to click it here and set up everything yourself. Say who is the hero, who is the preflop aggressor, and so on. So yeah, let's not do that because we have it here in the Monka server. The only thing we still need are the ranges. Okay, let's go for the in position player here. And in Monka, we just go check, click on this, copy to clipboard, and then we go back here, select check, paste, and yeah, do this for pretty much all 3 ranges. So just now go to small, copy, bet 50%, and pot, copy, and like this. And now we have already generated this, and we get the ranges here now according to your personal sim. You can also save your sims. So this would be, for example, 100 BB, 3-bet pot, flop went, what was the action, guys? I think it was check, check. I really don't know, sorry, but it's just a showcase, right? So let's go like this, and then we can save it. Then the spot is saved, and we can see the action that was played, and yeah, then we can go with the actions. The sim is not accurate now, as we haven't run it for long enough. Here you see your library. So these are all the spots that you have saved. So you can, for example, say, let's practice all the 100 BB sing raised pots where we are out of position, or we can go even more into more detail and only practice this. And then we can load exactly the spots that we saved under this directory. There is also a linking so that you could, for example, if there was a bet, now also go to Monka server and yeah, import these ranges into Vision and then link the spots to each other so that you can continue in Vision within your own sims. I'm not going to show this here now, but yeah, just that you know that it is actually possible. All right, so that's it about the custom mode, and I'm gonna take a look at the chat now. So what do we have here? Huberio is also a familiar name. What are you up to these days? Still playing or more writing code? Currently I was fully writing code for Vision, as I definitely wanted to get out these Black Friday features. Like we have a lot of new features like the preflop learn mode. So yeah, currently I'm pretty much 95% coding. And there is something like block input for HK, temporarily stop input so you can't miss upload. Yeah, I mean, usually, yeah, it shouldn't happen. Like once you know that that you shouldn't click, And you can stop it with escape as well. So in case you mess up, just escape and it's stopping. Saving custom sims is new? Not really. It's actually quite old, but it's nice to see that even old members don't know of these features yet, which shows me that the stream is definitely necessary here to show some more features. Okay, so I will take a look at my cheat sheet if there is what stuff is left. Oh yeah, the report section. So we have practiced a lot of spots already here throughout this little stream. And if you want to, like if you have your practice session, then you can go to reports and you can see how you performed. So 63% success rate, 10 correct, 6 wrong at the moment. And if you at the end of your session want to go over the incorrect hands, you just check this icon and you click on this spot, and then you can go over it again. Ace, queen, queen, 7. We said it was a tight fold, I think. Exactly. And then with next, you can browse through all the hands that you had wrong. And we can see here now we are 12 correct, 4 wrong. So yeah, we can go through these then again. And pretty much like this, get in some repetition. Here we can just delete the reports. Okay, a pretty big thing I've actually not talked about yet is the streak mode, of course. So streak mode is the competitive, interactive mode in Vision. I click here for the leaderboard. And as you can see, place first on any monthly overall leaderboard, which is this one, to win a free month of Vision. So we can see here, at the moment, Mr. Arthur Boruk 1 is in the lead with 177 points, only 2 days to go. So he seems to be hot to win this one. So as we can see, he placed first in 37 categories, which is pretty amazing. Second in 28 and third in 10. And here we can see, so 10 points he gets for every third place, 2 points for every second place, and 3 points for every first place, which adds up to 177 points. And these are all the categories in Streak. So here are the categories where you can compete. So pretty much every spot you can imagine. Also, we have our all-time pretty much Hall of Fame with Mr. Matt C in the lead, Chips and Salsa #2. But yeah, end of each month, which is in 2 days, every leaderboard will get a free month of Vision. Here we can see Ideas, a long time grinder here in the 50 BB streets, and we also have this for Heads Up. So yeah, I haven't shown you Heads Up yet. Mr. Izzy in the lead, but still a close race. So yeah, take care, Izzy. Still, we have the same in 5 cards. So yeah, maybe we should talk about 5 card a little bit more. Albert Su, wow, what a domination here. And 5 card Heads Up. We also have 1 Vision. So every month we are giving away 5 free Vision subs if you are placing first in the leaderboards and beat PLO Fish in the 5 card Heads Up. Okay, so what is Streak? We can see here the categories. Of course, Heads Up has fewer categories. We only have race first in versus race versus 3-bet and versus 4-bet. And yeah, let's go with the first category here. Race first in, pretty basic. Now 5 cards though. Pot or fold, we can see 85.4%. Raising, it applies the pre-flop rake structure that you have set in here. So if you have here PLO less than 100, then also the Streak is gonna use these. Okay, I interrupted my Streak, but we could see 1 is correct. That's the record here. And here we can see our current Streak. So fold is here correct. Ace, Jack, 9, 5 deuce. Already a closer one maybe. Yeah, 5 card takes a little bit longer, as you might have seen, to load because it's just so big ranges. And we can see also more categories, as yeah, of course there are way more different permutations of suits that we can have. And if you don't want this, you can uncheck this setting, don't auto search for 5-card preflop. And then if we uncheck this, I click on pot, and you can see it just takes a little bit longer. So just personal taste, so it's an option. And now I am at 3. Might be a fold. I'm at 4. And can we get to 5? Yes. So if I'm at 5 here, I get this bronze medal here, I call it. And I can also then take a look at what are the gods doing here. Race first in. So to be first and earn 3 points to the overall leaderboard, you have to beat 86 is the current record of this month. And you need 55 in a row to get a point for the overall leaderboard. So yeah, that's gonna be a rough job, a rough task, but race first in definitely one of the most prominent categories, of course. So, and also of course not the hardest one. You should be yeah, quite stable, I'm not sure how to call it, quite solid at those basic categories. So yeah, now we are at silver, so 10 in a row is silver, and maybe we even get to 20. One more. All right, so now we are at gold. So pretty much, if you get gold in all the categories, you are pretty damn good. Like not a lot of people managed to get this. So yeah, props to you if you get there. So yeah, am I in the top 5? No way. Number 13 here with 20 in a row. So yeah, still a lot of work to do for me here. I will show you the same here for 6max, because in 6max there are of course way more categories. We have all the positions to open race. We have small blind without limp. So if you're saying in my stakes, for example, if there's high rake or I want to play a more simplified strategy, there's also a small blind without limping category for you to practice, or you can just go over all. So yeah, there are pretty much all possible categories, spots, situations for pre-flop, post-flop, flop, turn, river. And there is also the final quizzes where you can just practice all single race pots, all free bet pots, or the final quiz where also pre-flop, so both pre-flop, post-flop, just everything is in there. Something that's quite new are the suggested spot mix. So we are quite proud of this one. There is this vision dashboard now. Most likely gonna be quite empty for me. Did I click the wrong one? Of course. Okay, so I don't have played enough 4-card 6max 50 BB to get recommended with a study spot. But yeah, here you can see pretty much everything. You can compare yourself to others. So pre-flop, the average of all users is 85% accuracy, post-flop 75, for flop 74 for flop and 75 for turn. So here you can pretty much compare yourself with your competition. And here we see the suggested study spots. So button versus big blind is suggested to be studied 17.5% of all the post-flop situations, just because it's such a relevant situation. So you shouldn't waste too much time with, for example, 100 BB free bet pot under the gun versus button, as it's way more rare. And this recommended study time is pretty much also weighing in the stack size or the amount of money that is in play. And if we now go back again here and we select healthy flop mix, then it just takes a look at how is your study frequency and then gives you the spots accordingly, so that you will now have a more healthy way of practicing, that you are not practicing too much irrelevant stuff. And so yeah, it gives you now a lot of 100 BB or 100 BB synchronous but cutoff versus button until you make a mistake. So let's try to make a mistake. Race seems not too good. So yeah, now you have 2 points and you automatically get these 2 points accounted to this category. So you are not even losing any streak progress if you are going for the recommended for the suggested spot mixes. So you can go for flop, turns, rivers, and it will just account all the categories that you want to, and or you can just go for an overall post-flop mix. So yeah, that's the suggested study mix. So what's left? I will take a look at my notes, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the meantime. One thing, like a nice shortcut or maybe hidden feature, is that you can also, let's go back to forecast now, that you can also generate AHK files for turns. So if you say, for example, here, I check, there's check, check, flop, and I don't agree here with check, small, and pot as the options, or check 50% or pot. So maybe the turn is a 5 of spades, and you say, but I want to see what is, if there is a third pot instead of the 50% pot. You can do that by just right-clicking here on the check button. So if you right-click the check button, then you will get the AHK file for the turn. So if we now would go ahead here and start the AHK file, where is it? There we go. Then yeah, it's setting up the turn spot here in Vision, and you can go with your own sizings. So definitely a little bit of a more advanced feature if you are not 100% satisfied with the bet sizings that Vision is offering you. I missed it. Where's the dashboard with our study times? It is here. You just hover over Vision, and then you can go to dashboard, and then you have a very detailed overview of all your, like, how many spots have you studied, and your accuracy, your performance over time, like how are you doing in the last month, in the past year, is your performance increasing, and also yeah, the spot distribution that you're studying. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people I think don't know about this hidden kind of feature. So yeah, is there anything left we should talk about? Because if not, then we will reach the giveaway stage closer and closer. Yeah, of course you can also use Vision on mobile. I have a screenshot here. So on mobile it would just like look like this. So you can also go for, okay, button versus cutoff open race, and then you have the frequencies. You can look for hands, and yeah, pretty much have exactly the same options as on desktop, both pre-flop, post-flop. Set up whatever you want, and yeah, works on mobile, works on desktop. Will you do more streams? I'm not sure, honestly, yet. I'm not sure yet. Maybe. I'm not sure how much time I have, but yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, maybe talk about the general. So that's the auto refresh. So usually it waits until you enter here 4 cards. So if you want to refresh it, for example, always, you can do this as well. So now if you enter ace, you will see all the aces, ace king, and so on. Yeah, a little bit longer loading times. So yeah, just as you prefer it. Then we have densities. Okay, yeah, so we can see here there are this amount of categories, and if we set here the density, we can, for example, say view main, no subcategories. So now we only have either rainbow, backdoor flush draw, discounted backdoor flush draw, or double backdoor flush draw. So yeah, you can also set up this in the general settings, and we can see here, for example, we have double suited or two backdoor flush draws only 6.6% of the time. Or maybe let's go with this. Makes more sense because here we only have 1.1% of the time of this category. So we can say, okay, only show categories that have at least like 10%. So yeah, also can filter it down this way if you want to study and don't want to if you don't want to waste the time or resources on categories that are pretty much never in your range. Okay, yeah, you can also copy CSV files when clicking on these ranges here. So if you only want to download or copy this range, these 60% in a PPT format, and use it somewhere else, whatever third-party software you're using, that can be done like this. You can sort this categories by checking or by betting. I guess makes especially a lot of sense if there are free sizes here, and we have, I'm not sure, check, great. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. But yeah, pretty much filter here by whatever frequency you are looking for. Okay, this makes sense now. All right, now I guess it makes more sense to filter for example, what is potting here the most. But yeah, just an additional feature. Yeah, here you can just show the percentages with this icon. And here you can see the frequencies, how often you have each category in your range. Okay, I think we slowly but surely are there. Show example hand is mind-blowing. Yeah, it's a very recent feature actually. It's a very recent feature. Can you turn it on by default? What exactly? Like all the things you can turn on by default is here. So the refresh rates of the search filters, the densities, the default depth. So yeah. And yeah, your default rake level, what your opponent is doing in practice mode, your difficulty, also how fast the actions in practice mode should behave. For example, if you go with 0 seconds, it's only the built-in delay. So let's go bet call and check bet. So this would be now the fastest one. If we practice this, bet that. So yeah, it can be hard to follow the action. So you can slow it down here to, if you're very chill, 1 second and refresh it. So now you can see, okay, free bet pot. There is a pot on the flop, called, check, and pot on the turn. So yeah, it's easier to follow, but there is always the action history down here. The percentages are not enabled by default, but once you are enabling it, they should be always enabled, I think. If not, let me know in the Discord. Then I can also implement this, no problem. Okay, so we have talked about everything in here, I think. We have talked about most or everything in here. So I think let's go to some interactive quizzes now. Feel free to suggest some spots that you want to practice, also some games, like if you want to do some 5-card, if you want to do some heads up, free bet pots, whatever you would like to do, just let me know and we can set it up. In the meantime, I'm taking a look at if I've missed anything. But looks quite good. 4-cut post flop. Okay. Basic stuff, but fine. Okay, now we get more specific. 3-bet pot button with a small blind. This is super classic. Oh, we don't have high-low. Still a niche game. So yeah. Might be profitable if you are solving some 5 cards. I think there is pretty much nothing solver related out there, even though there are 5-card high-low solvers. So yeah. But super niche. But if you put in the time and set up stuff, then I'm sure there is so much value as well. Alone with bet sizes, must be quite profitable. Okay, but this, if there are no more suggestions, I will just go and do some post flop, and let's go with what? Let's start from c-betting. I think it's the most standard, but let's get in all possible board textures. So as you can see, you can go very specific here in what you want to practice. Out of position leads in 3-bet pots. Yeah, I think that's a nice change up. Okay, let's try this. I'm not sure which difficulty we should go for. Maybe hard. Yeah, button versus cutoff. So it just means that the preflop aggressor is in position and the positions are loose. Then we will default to that. But I think we should we get rid of like mono for sure, I guess. I'm not sure about paired. Yeah, let's just do it for now like this. So now we are cutoff versus button, 3-bet pot. And we have King, Jack, 9, 8. All right, get ready, guys. I will start the betting round. So yeah, join Twitch if you are watching from YouTube. Twitch TV/rulerspoker, and I will start the betting round. So we have check or bet as the options. If you are participating and are correct, then you are earning points, and every point gives you 1 ticket in the giveaway that's following after this quizzing section. So yeah, theory part is now over. Everyone who made it till here is getting now a lot of chances to get some tickets. Be careful, A-Boss. Oh, A-Boss, I remember this name. Better type it again. I'm not sure if it's counting like this, if you are, if you are writing stuff after it. So yeah, everyone is leading here. 9 bets. Wow, okay. 9 bets and 0 checks. So you say that's pretty clear. And it is. Okay, great. Everyone gets chances to win the giveaway. 3 monthly subs and 1 quarterly sub is on the line. Okay, so we all know that we should lead here, but what do we do on this turn? Check, small or pot, small being 50%. I give you some seconds to think about it and then I will start. So yeah, now go into the chat and exclamation point check small pot on this turn. Pretty tricky turn because the one hand improves your value range that you might be representing. On the other hand, of course, aces are very good here now. And we are not blocking aces, so I would go for a check here. But let's see. 9 checks. All right, let's see. Yep, that seems fine. Easy points, easy points. Let's generate some hands here and see how villain is actually playing. So king, queen, 10, 9. Would also go for a check back with a pretty high rep and an average flush draw. Aces, of course, with a 6 on top bet. Yeah, mostly only small betting, and only some of these bluffs are betting now. The value hands are checking. Also aces, I guess, for the most part checking. So yeah. Flop should be pot only here. Yeah, might be right. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't confirm it. So we checked, facing a bet. What's our reaction now? Maybe bluff raise, maybe just fold because we are dead against overpairs, or maybe call because we are beating all the bluffs and blocking the pairs. Fold, call, or raise. I'm actually not sure at all. I would actually go for a fold here, I think. But it seems super weak, right? I'm not too happy with it. And I guess you guys are also thinking a lot. But don't think too long, because otherwise the voting will stop. We get one bluff raise. I can get behind this. And we see 4 folds, 2 calls, 1 raise. Fold is correct. So yeah, a little bit of calling, but folding usually is the play. Seems quite tight, but of course makes sense. We can take a look at the leaderboards, by the way. Let's see if this is working. So, wow. Bank. We have 13 given answers and 13 correct. That's a nice streak, my friends. That's a very nice streak. But yeah, everyone with quite strong results here. You got one. Yeah, this might be the one that I incorrectly, where the bot was given an incorrect answer. And even then you got the point. So yeah, nice read. Nice read. Okay, let's generate a new spot here. Ace 9 6 5. Let's go quick check or bet. Keep in mind this is a question about leading or not. So yeah, I will start the giveaway at maybe 10 p.m. so in half an hour, so that everyone that is joining late still got the chance to participate here. Yeah, I would also say it's check. So yeah, even if you are joining late, every correct answer gives you 1 ticket for the giveaway. All right, 9 check, 0 bets. And totally right. So which combination would lead here? Only quite strong ones. And here we have one particular one. But yeah, generally more of the stronger ones. So correct answer is check. Collecting points. And let's say check back. And should we do this, or do you think it's a clear check? I just want to save unnecessary spots. I think it should be a clear check, right? All right. So let's rather take a look at the reaction against this bet here. So do we fold, call, or raise with our very weak 2-pair that can't really improve, but is a 2-pair after all? And after this one, I would say let's switch up the spot. Oh, let's do one more after this. Okay, we're getting some folds. I mean, yeah, currently we have good equity, I guess, or decent equity, good enough equity. But on the river, it could be getting really tricky. So 6 calls, 2 folds. But yeah, we call. Let's take a look at the hands that villain is betting like this. So ace jack 10 deuce, we are doing very good against this. Ace king 7 5, we are also doing good against this hand. Aces and sevens with a flush blocker. We might overfold the river because they will definitely gonna bet if they don't improve to a set, and if they do, it's also bad for us. So king queen 9 8, another hand we are doing well against. So yeah, we can see the call here definitely does make a lot of sense. All right, next situation here. Let's skip this one. Okay, let's go to this one, I guess. Yeah, check or bet the king queen 4. Oh, wait, we had 6 calls. We have to reward the calls first. Sorry, there we go. And now we are opening up a new betting round. Check 10 8 7 with a 10 high flush blocker. Is this a good enough hand to lead, or what are we doing? Yeah, I would agree with everyone here. It's just not enough, right? We need something like a pair at least. Don't mind checking range. Is it though? Is it though? Okay, saved just in time tactics. Oof. Oh, no. 0 bets, but bet was the correct play. Both with the 10 of hearts, jack of hearts. So yeah, seems to be an interesting hand to continue on. And we can see all the blockers here are betting. So flush blocker here on this board seems to be very, very nice as a bluff. We are on it. Yep, you're right. So no one gets a point, unfortunately. But yeah, let's continue here, because I mean, let's not go with a raise because then we pretty clearly fold, but let's move on to the turn. Should we go with this one, or should we pick another one? Like, what could be a better one, or is this just a fine one? I think, should we go with a blank rather? I think I rather want to see a blank here, like this, and see if we are. Well, let's give ourselves a gut shot, like something we get quite often if we bet the flop. Yeah, let's not be too rough. So check small or pot. Let's go. Yeah, please always wait until the vision bot says that the voting has started. And now I guess you have to spam check again until it lets you through. And I go with, I think I go with bet here. Because if we bet the flop like this, this turn is pretty nice. We didn't get raised on a very dangerous flop. And what we get is 4 checks versus 5 smalls, so pretty close one here. But no, it's a very clear check. Check is correct. Congrats. So pretty much no small. Yeah, that's another nice point, right? Like on a board like this, we are pretty much not having a small range because it's so dynamic late and strong. So yeah, let's see. We check, face a bet in position. Of course, it has more small bets than out of position here. And it's a pretty baiting bet here, I would say. Like against pot, we have a pretty easy decision. Against this, though, let's see. I start the vote. So fold, call, or raise. I guess raise is out of question. In position, check the flop, keep in mind. So he's not super strong, but we are not having a pair. So exclusively calling for our open-ender. Oh, it's a rep. A little bit of a rappy rep, but with hearts. I go with the fold. Okay, Niffe as well. I wanted to go for the double points, but that's too late now. Okay, so yeah, I see new names here. Very nice. Welcome everyone to the stream. Doesn't matter how many points you have in the end. It's just increasing your chances to win the giveaway. That's gonna be happening in like 20 minutes from now. 7 calls, 3 folds, and call is correct, but we see some folding here. If we have the jack, I would guess pretty much no real indicator. Clear call. Can't justify my fold. So let's take a look at the leaderboard, I would say. And then we take a look at villain's range. Okay, Bank is tanking a little bit here. 16 out of 18, still amazing score. And then we have a lot of 10ers. All right. Can someone get close to Bank or not? Let's take a look at villain's range that is betting like this. We can see there are some single pairs with backup. There is some reps without a pair, but also really strong. With flush draw, blockers with reps. So yeah, our call is justified, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's definitely justified. Otherwise, the solo wouldn't do it. Okay, let's do some rivers. I don't get button betting half pot. Yeah, in position there's always more half pot than out of position. And yeah, vision is always going for the play that is like if out of position, yeah, 1/3 is also an option. Yeah, 1/3 is also an option. You're right. So I would like to go with the check through river. I think this is always a spot where we all misplay a lot. Let's also include paired and mono though this time. And yeah, let's stay with cutoff versus button 3-bet pot. So 7-5-5, and we said we want to have it checked through to the river. Yeah, let's just use this one as a warm-up. Check small or pot. We get the straight, so flop was a check back on 7-5-5, definitely mixed, I guess, a lot. Check flop, then on the turn 7 is also checked with our 8-8-6-4, a rep that gets now there. And I think we should definitely value bet here, as it's only the backdoor flush draw with no action. But it's a 3-bet pot, so we should be a little bit more picky. Vision says rivers now, cool. Yes, we are currently at 1 million river sims that have been run for Vision. And yeah, showcasing it here. 7 times small, 2 times check. Okay, so most of you still want to go for the bet, but no, it's actually too loose here to bet. Interesting. Again, when we're taking a look at our entire range, we want to either pot or check for the most part, and we can see why, because flushes is the main thing to pot, and in a 3-bet pot it looks like we have enough flushes to not bet the straights too much. I can take a look at the overall 8-6. If 8-6, we should exclude here 7 and 5 and see what 8-6 is doing. Okay, we also should exclude the clubs, and yeah, then we see 100% checking. Or we exclude 2 clubs, then we can see we are, with the nut flush blocker, we are going with some betting here. Maybe need a pair blocker as well. Ah, yeah. But no, it doesn't, because, okay, yeah. Sorry, maybe you're right. Remove the 7 here. And then we have, let's go really with 8, 6, 7. So a hand like this is then pretty much also only betting with, I have to remove 7s now again, and then we are here. So yeah, no betting. Next spot, and reward everyone who checked, which are only 2 tactics and DG Elite Atlas. Nice one, guys. Okay, so again, a checked through situation here. We are the pre-flop 3-better, check flop, check turn. We didn't decide to bet kings, but on the river, where we finally, I guess, wanted to bet them for value, suddenly a flush comes in, but we have the nut flush blocker, so check, small or pots, put your votes into the chat. Like, I think the ace of spades is a big factor here, like we saw before. With the ace of spades, we are, with the ace blocker, we are value betting the rest of our range a little bit wider. Pot is also interesting, right? Because before we said that there is only potting on a similar board run out. So yeah, also that's an interesting thing. 5 checks, 4 smalls, and 1 pot. So check is in the lead, and nope, it is not something to bluff with. Just take the showdown value, and yeah, let's take a short look at villains' hands that they have. Ace, queen, 7, 4. So yeah, definitely, of course, a lot of hands where we don't get value from. And Silver wants to check. So let's not go with a paired board this time, as we had already. Yeah, that would also be interesting to look up. How many flushes are actually checking back. And we see now a rainbow board with a backdoor flush coming in. And we end up here with pretty much a bluffing opportunity. Checked through. We are the 3-betters. Is kings enough showdown value? Or should we turn it into a bluff, as we blocked the nut straight and we have a 10 of spades, which both might be reasons to bluff. I'm not sure. Maybe I go for the double points here. Okay. You are not agreeing with me. All right, 10 checks, 1 small. And check is correct. Yeah, pure check. Again, only betting with a flush here. And 6, 7. 6, 7 is always betting small here, except with the flush some pots. So yeah, we still bet the straight here every time. And 6, 8. Again, we are also pretty much only betting small, except if we have the nut blocker. So a similar pattern here as we saw before. King just wins too often. Let's take a look at opponent's range. Here we win. Here we win. Here we split. Here we win. So yeah, as you say, we win a lot with the king 10 8. No need to bluff. Is it really a free bet button with this cutoff? Yeah, looks like it. So maybe let's go to single raise pot. Triple barrel might be interesting. So let's go double click single raise pot. Triple barrel. Let's go for some under the gun tight ranges. Unpaired board triple barrel. So we now go to river, bet call, none. So we have bet and call on the flop, bet and call on the turn, and no action yet on the river. And see if that is gonna work out. So we see now under the gun versus button, single raise pot, bet flop, bet turn, and now we are on the river with a queen 10-9. This time on the river, small is 33% and pot is pot. Okay, so triple barrel, yes or no. First I have to reward the checks from the last spot, and now I go with the next round. So second nut flush, no board pair blocker. So is check call convenient, or should we just go bet fold, maybe small, some value? But of course we are under the gun range and we are wrapping pretty strong with the double barrel already. So we might be not too high up in our range with this hand even. Too late now. One pot, 9 checks. Let's see. Clear check. That is not gonna be a value bet. And on the pairing river, after we bet the turn, it looks like, yeah, we are doing a lot of checking with our entire range. So this might be a nice spot to take a look at the overview, just to see what hands or what river cards are really good for a triple barrel. So which are the best, which ones are the best, and how good are they? Like, what is the highest river frequency we have here? For example, an offsuit deuce, is it just gonna be 90% betting? I'm gonna load this one up, and it doesn't appear like it. So here is, for example, a nice way to filter it, and we should be very careful as it looks like. So the biggest amount of betting is 55% on the mentioned deuce, offsuit deuce, because of course also the calling range is already pretty strong, and we can see the pairing cards are very bad for us to triple barrel. Even though we have a lot of aces, it seems like we are not betting too many of them on the turn. So check is correct, we can continue. And let's see against the pot, what are we doing? Fold, call, or raise. Second nut flush. Is this ever gonna be a fold? Or did we already decide to check call when we checked? Bonus points for us answering. Hurry up, guys. The time is running out. Bonus points for answering first most often, right? Nope. Bonus points for being the only one with the correct answer. So if there are 10 checks and 1 bets and bet is correct, then the betting player gets 2 points. So 5 folds, 6 calls, pretty close. Okay, so seems to be a nice spot. And fold is actually correct. Let's take a look. Full fold. Let's see what's villain's betting range gonna be. See here, flush draw with an ace blocker though, rather. Guess that's the main reason here, or a bluff. We have a 6 here that's, yeah, with the flush is not winning often enough, it seems, and nicely pushes out hands like ours. Then we have ace jack 9 8, so currently running into all the bluffing hands, right? Okay, there we have some aces, weak aces that called against under the gun pre-flop, like these. Ace 7 free free, another bluff. So a lot of the bluffs seem to be ace with a weak flush. Here we have some hands that we are losing against. 8-6, Jack 6, Ace 6. So yeah. Still? Do you still like it? Yeah. I guess on average it's close, but yeah, now we are running into all the boats. And in reality, I think people might be under bluffing here as well. Check range flop on this spot. I mean, you're right. We forced here that we are gonna bet the flop, and the flop is actually quite low frequency. But yeah, solver always has betting ranges here. But if you want, we can just force the ace high. And first, let's reward the foldings. Misread. Oh, misread. Always painful. Always painful. Okay, now let's force an ace high board here. Ace, king, 9 rainbow. Bet flop, bet turn, blank river. Okay. Queen, jack 10, 8. I think everyone is gonna go with pot here, right? So for some variety, I think we pick another hand than this. 10-10, 9-7 with busted spades. Yeah, let's go with this one. I think the spot in general will be quite clear. But I think once we get to like 2 pairs with straight blockers, it could be getting interesting. So I would say we just bluff this one. But yeah, put in your votes, earn some points for the giveaway that's coming up in 10 minutes. Oh, we have a check going for double points. Go check for double points. Yeah, correct. 8 pots, 1 check. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, and it looks like the spades are killing our bluff value. The spades are killing our bluff value because it looks like in position is gonna go and call a lot of the 2 pairs and fold a lot of the busted flush draws. So check. Nice. There we go. Bonus points. Tactics. Congrats. So we can see here with a single spade, like with a low spade. So we really don't like spades, right? If we block too much of his busted draws, we are just gonna go and check. And yeah, if we don't have any blockers, then we are betting. So pretty clear pattern. And Niffer, yeah, I will message you. Like, how can I reach out to you if you are, in case you are winning? Like, I try to reach out to everyone over the Twitch accounts, and then get in touch with you if that's fine. So let's continue here. Check versus half pot. I just want to see this. So what are we doing here? Folding, calling, or raising? So someone said Sova doesn't like bluffs much, so it's tactics actually. And does he like bluffs? Does he like to delay bluffs? Yes, I say raise. Definitely not. Yeah, I guess the spades are again bad, right? All right, 7 folds, 1 raise. Definitely not. You are definitely correct on this one. So just check fold. Can't win them all. Okay, let's go for one more, I would say. Okay, let's pick another hand. Let's pick a non-flush hand. Let's not go with the obvious give-ups. I want to have like something we could work with. Yeah, I think I like this one. So check small or pots. Keep in mind we bet flop, we bet turn. A lot of future blockers. Check small or pots with our queen of clubs. Or do we have showdown value still? Maybe. And block pretty much all their bluffs. Ace of clubs is free, king of clubs is free, which also makes it kind of risky here to bet. Yeah, I think I would give it up in game, but I'm not sure if it's good. All right, 5 jacks versus 2 pots. And it's actually a decent enough pot here. With, of course, only the queen of clubs, but every time we have the queen of clubs. It's a pot. 10 of clubs not enough, queen of clubs is enough. So yeah, with a flush we would also pot. With a free cut flush we would mostly bet small. So more points for the potters. We take a look at the leaderboard one final time. So what's the score? Oh, tactics getting close to bank. And Ryan Halwaka. Sorry if I butchered that one. In 3rd place. Wow, 50% win rate for me only. I'm not surprised by the answer, but why is queen of clubs so essential? Why not ace, king of clubs? What do you mean? We only have queen, queen, 10, 8 here, so all the various queen, queen, 10, 8 we can have here. So we either have a 10, which is not good enough for our bluff, and the queen, which is already good enough for our bluff. And of course an ace and king would be better. Bluff spot with queen of clubs. You don't understand why bluffing 3rd nut flush is good. Do you think that's a bluff? So here we go small with the 10 high flush, and with the queen high flush we go pot. You think it's a... Wait a second. So let's go with this hand, right? And it's gonna be a pot. And take a look at villain. So yeah, they are folding kings here. Okay, we don't have to look at those. They are raising with the blocker here. I'm not sure if we are bet calling here, but I first want to take a look at some more hands. So yeah, they are going as loose with the blocker here. So yeah, top 2 with the blocker. I mean, okay, sorry, top 2, I missed that. Yeah, I'm just going through some hands here and see. Okay, king high flush is already raising. And then we have, so 2 pair with flush blockers are calling here. So I wouldn't assume that our hand here is a bluff. Okay, those are, okay, so 9s with the blocker are not good enough. Those are the nuts. King 6-5 with the 5 of clubs. So yeah, it's, I still think that it's a value bet more than a bluff bet. But yeah, you might be right. Yeah, with the yeah, I'm also with the sets. But then there is all those 2 pair hands with a club that could call. I'm still not too sure. But yeah, let's see pot. Okay, we are already committed. Never mind, we are not folding here. Okay, it's already 10 p.m. So I would say let's go with one final spot. Let's reset all. Let's play one hand from flop to river, and then let's take a look at the final results. And the results at the moment, keep in mind you don't have to win or anything for the giveaway. It's just that Bank currently has 19 tickets for the giveaway, whereas I only have 12, for example. All right, one last spot here. Free bet pot under the gun versus button. Okay, interesting one. Let's start here. We are on the button, free betting versus under the gun, so a lot of the times we have aces. How are we playing here? Check, small, or pot? Pretty draw heavy board. I would say pot. But Tactics goes for small, and Tactics is on the hunt for first place. My logic makes sense. It's a pretty basic, lame logic, but yeah, maybe it's dull enough to be correct. Nope, it's not. Interesting board in general, 50-50, but yeah, we have a backdoor flush draw. And even, yeah, okay, now without a backdoor flush draw, or with a weaker one, we want to get as much in as possible now. But like this. The doubles, nice. I think these are the second doubles for Tactics. He's really on the chase. Yeah, okay, let's see how we play it now, because, okay, that's, I guess, a boring one. So yeah, let's go with a new spot. We can't force to get to the river. We all love them, right? These paired boards, paired rainbow boards. Let's start out easy here. Check or bet. Single raise pot, button versus big blind. Big blind checks to us. Let's go with a gentle bet, I would say, as well. Very strong hand. I mean, these boards I think are always mixed, right? It's never like there is a 100% betting with whatever hand you have. But yeah, easy points if it's correct. Wow, I never have multiple sizings in single raise pot. It's just way too big of a tree if you are starting out with two sizings on such a high SPR. All right, everyone wants to bet, and nope, we are all wrong again. Yeah, gotta love these rainbow paired boards, right? There is just zero logic from the solver oftentimes. It feels like, at least to me. But no one went for the double points. This might have been a nice spot to get them. But yeah, we continue to the turn. Okay. So it's actually bet. Yeah, it's good that it's happening now, because yeah, let's talk about this one for a second, because that's one of the options I haven't mentioned yet. Let's get hello. Okay, sorry, that's someone. Let's open up a new. Okay, so we have this spot, single spot, button versus big blind, queen 10-10. So in case you are wondering why stuff like this could happen, we are on the button, and we had something like ace king 10-6. Ace king 10-6. All right, and we had one back to flush draw. So yeah, it said that check was the correct answer, but it still went for the bet flop, and this is because this option is checked per default. So because these categories are so random at times, there is this option to let subcategory line count for the rainbow boards. And yeah, so this means that the category here, this one is counting and this is checking, but the hand itself is betting. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't make sense for humans, right? That they would bet these suits and check these suits. Just no way to learn it for us. So yeah, there is this option to let them check, but still the solver calculated it like this. So if we had this hand, then yeah, the solver would still bet. So it takes the hand and not the category, if this was somewhat clear. Okay, so now we have check, bet, call after all, and now we are on the turn with the option to check or bet. So improved a little bit. C-bet turn, is this a second barrel or not? That's the question. I think yes, with having everything. It's good to second barrel here. And DGD going for the double points. I can get behind this as well, as the flop was already quite close. Okay, the rest seems to bet. Taking a look. 8 bets, 1 check, and here bet is correct. Not super clear, but yeah, overall quite clear. And we go to the river. What a quite boring river, unfortunately, but yeah. Can we pick another one? Let's just finish it like this, and then we are picking another one, and then we are wrapping it up. So final look at the leaderboard, and we have wow, 1 point away. Tactics 1 point away from the victory of the day. So yeah, check, small or pot. This might be a big one. So yeah, think about how much we are potting here. This run out. And be in time. Tactics going for the small. Bank also going for the small. Ooh, is this a safe play here by Bank? Is it just waiting for tactics and then going with the same answer? Tactics, maybe you have to stall a little bit. Chic, what's up, my boy? All right, 7 smalls, 2 checks. What? 2 pots. Let's go. Let's pick small, and no, pot is definitely the correct answer. So yeah, only if we are blocking his calling range, their calling range too much, then we are going for a small bet with pretty much the nuts here. So pot is correct, and let's pick one last river, maybe something that is not giving us a full house. What about yeah, let's go with a straight, and then we go with a blank, and then we wrap it up for the day. So what do you think here? Check, small or pot? Let's go for a final vote, or 2 more. So now we have the straight with a full house blocker. Yeah, small is the easy play, I would say. But can we actually think about potting? I go with the pot. Like straight without trip blocker, small, straight with trip blocker, I would say. Pot is definitely decent, isn't it? 6 small, 3 pots, 1 check. Let's take a look. What? Okay. Very conservative, right? Wow. So after betting flop, betting turn, we seem to be heavily... Oh, we have a check. We have a single winner. Double points, my man. Nice. Grats. Very nice, very nice. Whoa, some important points here, my man. Oof, that was unexpected, honestly. That was really unexpected. Okay, we do one last peek at the leaderboards, and then we are going with the final blank with a 3 of diamonds. Check small or pot. Last question of the day, and then we are gonna start the giveaway. So we bet flop, we bet turn. I think it's mostly between small and pot with this run out. Wow, I'm actually absolutely not sure, and I guess a lot of you aren't either. I don't see bank yet. So is this the chance for tactics? Yeah, it looks like. Whoo, that was just too late, my friend. So 4 pots, 2 smalls, 1 check. It's check. Ooh, what a nit solver. What a nit solver here. Okay. Yeah, because we only have check or pot, as it looks like, and we still have 47% pot. Still have 47%, even though if we are checking this one back. Pretty sick, pretty sick. Congrats to check. Wait, another double? Yes, another double. Wow. Yeah, 2 bonus in a row. I think, yeah, this definitely has never happened before. Okay, final peek at the leaderboard. So these are your chances here, at least for the top 5. I think I can also... what's happening if I click on this one? So we have bank with the daily victory. So close. Wow, these double points almost made you cut up. And okay, yeah, for the month we have the top 10. So these are the top 10. And the score you see here is the amount of tickets you have for the giveaway. And interesting. The bank is second here. All right. It looks like that this one is messed up a little bit. Okay, let's go now to the fun part. We have 3 giveaways, like 3 monthly vision subs and 1 quarterly vision sub up for grabs. Okay, let's make this super professional raffle now. Give me a little bit time to set up, and then I'm gonna be here. All right, let's see. There we go. Here you can see my very professional vision bot, and first one is gonna be the monthly vision sub. I start here the small raffle. I will make 3 small raffles and 1 big one. Okay, so here you can see your name, and yeah, the more correct answers you had during the stream, the more often you will see your name. So yeah, who is gonna get the first monthly? It's Tactics. Well deserved, well deserved. Starting from rank 2, right? Tactics with the first monthly vision sub. Congratulations, 4 card plus 5 card, by the way. Okay, let's go. Second. So yeah, just message me in Twitch or Discord, both is fine. Or I'm gonna message you on Twitch. Second monthly sub goes to Niffe. Also very nice, Niffe. 10 out of 19 correct answers. Nice to see you win one. And the third one. Third monthly sub. A bonus, yeah, maybe you get a bonus month. A rain Haruoka, yeah, with the double points. It was worth it. It was worth it. So yeah, 3 monthly subs have been given away. There is just one more, and that's the quarterly. So yeah, the quarterly vision sub will be launched with the big raffle here. So it takes a little bit longer for this one. So the tension is higher. Let's see who wins. Good luck, guys. Oh, just the music is missing. Okay, slowing down, slowing down. Oof, DJ, that was close. Acquisitive mind. Tactics again. Yes! Yes! I really needed that. Alright, so this means more chances for you guys. Man, I always win big if I win, right? Okay, one more time, one more time. Or did we save some money? Run it once? Should we stop? All right. So the quarterly vision sub, 3-month free vision access. Ooh, Bank is also still here. Yeah, would also be well deserved for the most correct answers. But no, it's Trade Master. An old but gold viewer, of course, well deserved. I mean, man, you have been following me for so many years. So, congratulations. I hope you're still here. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna message you. And yeah, you can message me in Discord. And if you don't message me in Discord, I will message all the winners here in Twitch chat. And you could otherwise also write an email here, support@ryanruns.com, if you have one monthly or quarterly sub. So yeah, that closes out the stream for today. It was honestly a lot of fun. Has been so many years, and yeah, now we have more features to play through. We had some nice river streaks and quizzes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you to all the new and old viewers. So yeah, see you guys soon. There will of course always be new features coming up. Like at the moment the MTT module is running, and yeah, don't wanna expose too much, but this one is gonna be also a good one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you the next time. Bye bye.